Hey guys, this is the second episode of podcast videocast Laravel Business, and I'm your host Pavel Askarab. Thank you all for the great support and feedback and likes for the first episode, and I'm going to continue with episode number 2. If you want to get more episodes, please subscribe to the YouTube channel or subscribe to my newsletter at laraveldaily.com. The topic of this episode is packages. Laravel packages in terms of business. So is there a business in releasing packages? Is it worth it, not worth it? What are my thoughts? Now, who am I to talk about it and how do I know? Our team at Laravel Daily has a package called Quick Admin, which we released a few months ago as a GitHub package. Before that, we had that script internally as a snippet, you can call it, or project to use, and at some point we decided to turn it into an open source package. We've spent around a month on getting that to release, and these are my thoughts on why is it good, why is it bad, and what are the ugly things about releasing the package. So the good, what do you get from releasing the package? First thing is your name and your brand and your authority and your karma, you can call it. So the name Laravel Daily got some additional karma points from the community, that we have a package, release it for free, and we are good guys, and we helped a lot of people because we have several thousand downloads now. And that thing, people will remember that. So if you release something and you contribute to open source, you're a good guy, which possibly could lead to more hires in the future or to additional plus if you're trying to get some project. If you show to the clients that I've released this and this, that gets you more points to get the project, to win the project. So that's the thing number one, which is good. And then another good thing is you actually, when you're releasing the package, you think of it as a package and you get more structure into it. So it becomes more convenient to use yourself. You know what version you use, which version is for which project, and things like that. So you get into more structure with your package yourself and for other people as well. And the third good thing is you get feedback from the community, from the people who will actually use the package. Well, if any, if your package is good enough for people to use. So you get the feedback from community, which is really good, because before that you got the package for yourself and you used it for your needs and it was fine. But there are things that you might miss, or there could be some bug fixes which people actually share with you, share the opinion, share the bugs, potential bugs, and maybe you will get some pull requests. You won't even have to code stuff. People will actually contribute to your package, and you will get more feedback from the community. So that's the good parts of releasing the package. Now, let's get to the bad parts first. Not the ugly, it's not that bad, but pretty negative. So first thing, after you release something, you have to support it. So by support, I mean bug fixing, I mean some things to make it better. You have to release new versions, you have to update the package basically. Otherwise, if you don't do that, you lose the same karma points that you've got after creating the package. It's really bad after looking into Packalist and packages on the internet in general. If a package is not updated within like half a year, it usually means that it's abandoned and it's like less karma points to its creators. So you have to support it and update it, unless it totally like changed the direction of your agency or freelance work and you don't work with Laravel anymore, for example. Yeah, that's okay. But if you do work, you have to react basically to people giving you feedback. And it's not aligned with your vision in general. So for example, if you want to release the package and forget it and then go to work, client work, from time to time you do get the feedback, you do get GitHub questions, comments, issues, and you have to react to it. Otherwise, you just, you lose the points. and that takes time, and that might be not aligned with your vision. So you concentrate, for example, on client work, and then you get that feedback from GitHub. And what do? You have to throw everything and go to GitHub to fix some issues? Probably not. But at the same time, you have to do something, so it takes time to support the package, and that's the kind of bad thing of releasing the package. Second thing is the vision of the package. Those feedback pieces, that feedback from the community, is not always aligned with your vision. That's what happens with our quick admin. We released it as a quick generator tool to generate the admin files, and people are reacting as why your package doesn't do this and this. Why is it not possible to edit the files with your package? Why is it not possible to do this and that? And it wasn't our vision. We don't need to do that, and people need us to do that, need the package to do that. And if your package doesn't do what they need, people are angry, like, why are you creating such, well, piece of crap? It can be pretty negative. And the vision, you have two things on well, your choice. You can either go people's way and change the package, change the vision, and make it better for community, or you want to stick to your vision and tell people, like, yeah, back off, it's our package, we decide what we do. So that's kind of a philosophical question, but anyway, you will get some feedback which is not aligned with your package vision and how you envision it from the beginning. So that's bad thing number two. Bad thing number three is you have to spend additional time on polishing stuff. If you had that thing as your internal snippet or your internal package, however you use it, it's one thing. But if you release something in public, you will have to spend additional time on polishing stuff, on making it work on GitHub, on versioning, on writing tests possible, because, well, people kind of expect you to have tests within your package. And yeah, a lot of things which are not necessary and doesn't give you, like, the value. You have to spend additional time just to get it up and running on GitHub and for people to actually use. Also, documentation is really important, like usage, readme file, readme.md, which is on GitHub. If you don't have proper documentation, then there's no point in releasing the package at all. So yeah, three bad things which happen if you release a package. And I want to get to the ugly stuff, like what I really, really dislike and hate after releasing the package. So what actually happened? First thing is, well, there are two things. First thing, you have to teach people how to write code, how that happens. Some of the issues and the feedback on GitHub are basically, it's not working for me, why it's not working for me? And when you read the code of that person or additional comment, basically says that there's some misconfiguration on their part in terms of web server, in terms of Laravel installations, some versions, some basic stuff which is totally not related to your package. So people are blaming you for things not to work, although the error is on their end. And from their examples, you see that people don't really even understand how things work, and they expect you to teach them how to make it work in terms of Laravel, how to Google stuff even. Sometimes you have to Google something for people and present the link in the GitHub comment just to see that the error is on their side and not on yours. So that's really ugly. You have to spend, it's not about the time, it's about the energy, mental energy. You have to reply to angry comments which are totally not related to your work. And those people like that, they are not even thankful for helping them. They're usually kind of I don't know, bad trolls, you can call them, which totally drain you down and like take your good energy. And when you release something for free on GitHub, you expect a lot of thank you notes or some appreciation, and instead of that, you get bad comments about things not working. So that's really ugly, and I dislike it a lot. Another ugly thing, it's kind of ugly, it depends how you look at it. The whole thing about packages is open source. and you have to work, spend your time or time of your team on releasing the package. And the ugly thing, you don't get paid for it, like at all. Like everything is for free, and open source community is really used to be for things to be free. So why would you do that? Because you don't get paid. And I have two examples of kind of bad examples of people try to be paid for packages. There is a company called Cartelist. They are awesome in releasing packages. They have the old package called Sentry for authentication, then was renamed to Sentinel, and in general they have like dozens of packages on their website, which they're selling them. They're selling the license to use all the packages. License costs, I think it's $79 or something like that. $75 actually. Yeah, I found it now. So yeah, $75 every 3 months, and you get access to all their packages. And it seems to me that that the model doesn't really work for them, because recently they, not recently, like half a year ago, they started Indiegogo campaign to back their package to Sentinel, for Sentinel to be released as open source library, and they tried to raise $25,000 for that campaign, which is fine. Okay, they valued it like that, and they released only $1,300 from 18 backers, which means that the campaign was only 5% funded, which means that people don't really believe in paying for packages as such. They expect it to be free, and if you try to build business on just the packages, it's tricky, it's hard, it's not viable from my point of view, from my experience. Another way is, for example, to not release the code as package, but release it as a Code Canyon script, or script in some library where you can actually sell it. Well, Code Canyon is the most popular one, I guess. And then you get into a new game, new level. Then you have to build the script according to their rules. Then you have to share the money with that platform, Code Canyon, which means that you're giving 50% away. And then you have to support those people who are paying you, and the price is usually really low. It's like you have like $10 for script or $20 for script, and you think you can earn money from that, because the most popular packages have like 5,000 downloads or 10,000 downloads, sales. And it seems like a lot of money, but if you dig deeper into the history of those packages, they're usually supported really well. They have like 2 or 3 years of history. And if you count those, thousands of dollars or tens of thousands of dollars in profit, and you count how much time they actually spend on supporting the package, it's really not a lot of money. And those success stories, you can see them, they're not really that successful. So that's the ugly part, the money part, the financial part of releasing the package. So all in all, the takeaway from this video is, why would you release the package? If you want to make it work conveniently for yourself and for the community, just to release it as a structured code. And another thing why you should release it is to build your authority name, the brand in the community, your personal brand or your company, and that should really work. But if you want to release the package to make money, then forget about it. Just make money on client work, or releasing the books about Laravel, or courses like Jeffrey from Laracasts, or on Udemy. Go elsewhere, but don't search for money in releasing the packages. So these are my thoughts for today, and that was the second episode of Laravel Business Podcast. As I mentioned, subscribe to YouTube channel or to my newsletter at laraveldaily.com, and see you guys in the next episode. If you have any comments, feel free to add any comments to YouTube video, and let's discuss the topic of package. Cheers.